Hi, everybody. I thought I'd pop over here and tell you this quick story about what I'm trying to talk about in the Groundhog Day blog post about every year, same thing, you know it's coming, and how do you want it to be different? And the only thing we can control is how we are different in the situation that we know will inevitably probably happen. So this goes back to about 14 years ago. I worked in an office that had a very open reception area. And there would be these random young sales guys that would come by with a cardboard box open with a whole bunch of crap in it, like staplers and just finagly, weird, odd, random things. And they would practice their selling and they would try and sell us stuff, and it was really awkward. It would trigger me in a big way. I'd feel super vulnerable, like I can't say no and I don't want to be mean, and so we would all kind of try to avoid if we sensed them coming into the building. We'd be like, oh, heads up, so one of the dudes is here, and we would all kind of scatter and hope that they would just not stay and that they would just go. Anyway, this one day, this is when things changed. One day, I was in a very different mindset. I was probably just got off the phone with my now husband, and then probably not even a boyfriend. We were like getting to know each other, and I was all in love and like loving him and like loving our talks and stuff. I probably got an email or something, but I was like in a really good place. So I think I was just hanging up the phone, and I turned around, and then there he is. He's like right there. No one else is around. And I'm like, hey, how you doing? Instead of like skulking around. And he was like, oh, he's sort of like, oh, they're not hiding from me today. I said, what do you got? What do you got in your box? Like this. And he was super excited. He's like, oh, I got this stapler, and it's a flashlight, and like, look at what it does. And I'm like, that is crazy. It's got a flashlight in it. He's like, how many do you want? And I go, none. And he just didn't know what to do with that. And he's like, all right, okay, let me look. Hang on, I got some for you. And he reaches out some weird thing. And he's like, what about this? It does all these things. It's a cookbook. It's a calculator. It does it all. And I'm like, that is fantastic. Where do you get these things? He's like, oh, I get them from this place. How many do you want? And I said, none. None, but that is really cool. You're right. What else you got? And so we went through a few things. And I realized I was having a really good time. And I wasn't being a dick. It was just like, there was a sense of fun. He was still selling me, and he was doing that, but I was having it was a different thing. And so he showed me a couple more things, and I still matched his enthusiasm and just encouraged the hell out of him. And then he says, well, are you going to get anything? I said, no, not today, but you keep doing what you're doing. You're putting yourself out there, and you just do whatever it is you need to do, and like, that's awesome. And he's like, thanks. And he walked out of there, and he felt like if he left he left feeling a lot differently than he used to, when he was like, nobody wants me and everybody runs away from me. And I left that learning that I didn't have to be a jerk to say no. In fact, I could actually be playful. I could be honest. I could be kind and fun and genuine and supportive and encouraging, all these things. And it was actually a really funny story. And honestly, I don't even know if he came back after that. But the point is, the thing's gonna come up again. You're gonna go out there for the holidays. You're gonna have that thing. You're like, oh, the same thing happens all the time, like the Groundhog Day experience. And so I'm challenging you to go into it with a little bit of a different mindset. I mean, maybe there's a cheeky part of you that just enjoys messing with people a little bit. And what might that look like? Be careful with that, obviously. But that you can actually go at it from a different mindset in a way that is supportive, honest, and actually, supports you and what you want to get out of the situation. When you get to decide what you want and work from that place, what do I want to do and how do I want to be? And have some fun if you can. I think that's essential in all of this stuff. So that is my story, and oh my gosh, I really hope you guys share some of your stories with me, even if they're personal. I do get the odd private message, which is very funny. So however you want to get it to me, please do, because it can be a riot when you all of a sudden throw someone off. They're like, oh, where? You normally I say A and you say B. This time I said A and you said Z? Like, what is that? And it completely changes the energy. You end up stopping the pattern. And it can be kind of cool when you do that. We don't know what's on the other side all the time, but it's kind of nice to shake it up and not have the same thing happen over and over again. Anyway, good luck, and we'll see you here next time. Bye.